My dear students, now you see the Theosophia mature anther. The anther is a tetrasporangiate structure because it has 4 sporangia, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is a tetrasporangiate anther. The anther, case of mature anther, shows mainly these 3 parts. Number 1, anther wall. Number 2, anther cavity. Number 3, connective. Anther wall, the outermost wall, is collectively called anther wall, and this part is the connective, which connects the 4 lobes of the anther. The lobes of the anther can be connected by a tissue, parenchymatous tissue, that is called connective. Anther cavity, the cavity which is present inside the anther lobe, is considered as the anther cavity. First we will see anther wall. Anther cavity surrounded by anther wall. This is the cavity, anther cavity considered as the anther cavity is surrounded by anther wall. The anther wall consists of mainly 4 layers. Number 1, epidermis. Number 2, endothelium. Number 3, middle layer. Number 4, tapetum. One by one we will see. The anther wall, as I told you, it consists of 4 layers. One is epidermis, second one is endothelium, third one is middle layer, fourth one tapetum. What is epidermis? Epidermis is the first layer, outermost layer, protective layer, present as a uniciliate layer outer to the anther. That is the epidermis. It is a single layered one. It is a protective layer. The main function of the epidermis is to protect the inner tissue of the anther. That is the epidermis. The second layer in the wall is endothelium. It is also a single layered one. It is radially elongated cells found just below the epidermis. So what is endothelium? The layer, single layered cell, radially elongated cells present just below the epidermis is called endothelium. The endothelium, the inner tangential wall, develops a band of cellulose. Sometimes radial wall also contain cellulosic material. A band of cellulosic cellulosic structure is seen in the tangential walls of the endothelium. And the cells also somewhat lignified. The cells of the endothelium is hygroscopic, that means water absorbing structure. Endothelium is often in the anthers of aquatic plants, sporophytes and clistogamous flowers, and also extreme parasites. In 4 cases, the endothelium cannot be seen, may be often. Number 1, aquatic plants. Number 2, saprophytes. Number 3, clistogamous flowers. Number 4, extreme parasites. Aquatic plants, you know, the plants which are living in the water are called aquatic plant, hydrophytic plant. In those plants, the endothelium may be absent. Saprophytes, when any living organism growing on the dead and decaying organic matter, that is saprophytes. In most of the saprophytes, the endothelium will be absent. Clistogamous flowers, non-opening self-pollinated flowers are called clistogamous flowers. In some of the cases, for example, in the case of penis and pea plant, the flowers never open because in order to ensure the self-pollination, in order to avoid cross-pollination, these plants, groundnut plant and pea plant, the flowers of those plants never open flowers So inside the flowers, self-pollination alone takes place. Such flowers are called clistogamous flowers. So in clistogamous flowers also, the anther does not contain endothecium. Fourth one, extreme parasites. Parasites which invade human, which infect human and animals and cause damage to the health, that is called extreme parasites. In the extreme parasites also, the endothecium cannot be seen. So a band of cellulose or lignification is often in the junction of the two sporangia of the anther lobe. This region is called stomium. And this is the stomium. This part, the junction between the two lobes is called stomium. In the stomium also, band of cellulosic material cannot be seen. Lignification is absent. So the stomium cells are thin-walled cell without lignin, without cellulosic band. Such cells are called stomium. Stomium can be seen the junction between the two lobes of the anther. Only at the point of stomium, the anther will rupture and liberates the pollen grains out. So that is about the endothecium. And third one is middle layer. Just below the endothecium, you can see the middle layer. It is of 2 or 3 layered one. Next to the endothecium, it is referred as the middle layer. Generally, it is ephemeral. It is temporary or having short lifespan. Will be disintegrated at maturity. So the middle layer is purely temporary. When the anther gets maturity, the middle layer will be disintegrated and disappear. So that is very importance of the middle layer. The fourth one is tapetum. Tapetum is the innermost layer of the anther wall. Outermost one is epidermis, but the innermost one is the tapetum. The innermost layer of the anther wall is the tapetum. It is in maximum development at the tetrad stage of microsporogenesis. In the tetrad stage of microsporogenesis, that means the pollen grains will be formed in group of 4, that is considered as the tetrad stage. In the tetrad stage, the tapetum is seen very clearly. The tapetum, structure of the tapetum, we will see in detail the next class.